Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Mike with Monkey Fab. I shot some video at my friend Trey's shop, Modern Airflow Dynamics, MAD, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. They're doing really kind of cool, neat stuff over there. But we're back in the shop. It's the next day. So I have this ls2 block here, and like I was saying before, I really don't know. I bought it from a friend. I have lots of parts for this guy. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. My original intentions was to throw it inside. See, Bob's hanging out in the shop today. my original intentions was to throw this inside the Volvo wagon and just like made a 4L80E up to it and maybe just run an MA. And that's good, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it, to be quite honest with you. It's kind of a silly thing. Like, you can make an incredible amount of horsepower off a junkyard motor, and that's been proven like over and over and over again. So it kind of doesn't make a lot of sense to do what I'm doing with this guy, because I have like Wiseco pistons and Molinar rod. I don't really know what my plans are. I tend not to leave things alone well. So it wouldn't be surprising to find the wagon supercharged or turbocharged. Probably turbocharged, just because it's more cost effective to do that. You know, some Chinese turbos are relatively inexpensive. Being that I'm able to weld and fabricate stuff myself, it makes that really kind of easy. Kind of like the simplicity of a blower, though. It's kind of drop it on there, and you know, you have a pretty good solid unit, proven, etc. But I don't know. The other problem I run into is, like, I bought a block, which is another stupid way to go about business. Should have just bought like a whole pullout, and I might still do that. And that way I get all the accessories I need, the accessory drive systems. Like, there's no sensors in this. There's no crankshaft sensor. There's no coolant sensor. There's no oil pressure. There's no sensors with this. It's just a block, and that adds up real quick. So I really don't know what I'm gonna do. So you just kind of have to hang out. Some ideas in my mind is to build this guy and put it in the Phoenix, use the 5.3 out of the Phoenix as maybe just like an extra motor, buy a complete dropout, throw that in the Volvo, and just be done with it. Maybe if I can find like it doesn't even have to be nice, like anything. If you've ever ridden in a stock standard base model Volvo 940, you'd realize that anything, my lawnmower probably makes more horsepower than the Volvo. So, you know, it'd be an upgrade. That might just work for me. But I need to do something with this. It's been sitting around for 2 years, and I just feel bad. I'm lucky that the walls and everything haven't been just, you know, coated in rust and it just be garbage. Surprisingly enough, it looks pretty good. And I just, before I put it away, I coated the cylinder walls with the old WD-40s, and did it maybe once or twice since then. In my shop, metal does pretty good because it's air conditioning, and that pulls a lot of moisture out, but it's just been sitting in the garage where there is none of that. But it seems to be in pretty good shape. My friend, I think, was measuring. It looks like he was measuring the bearings. He was going to assemble this for me, and I don't know, he got busy or things happened, whatever. But we're going to go ahead and put this thing together. And the heads are being built. These ceiling surfaces, the decks, it's already been done. These are the cylinders board out, and it is ready to go. So what I think I'm going to do is tap these guys here for like 1/8 MPTs, and and then I'll plug these guys because that will just be better. I know they make a valley cover. That's what I have on the 5.3 in the Phoenix. It has like little O-rings in here, but I'm always worried about, like, you know, O-rings fell. So if you're going down the road and one or two of these O-rings fell, and suddenly you go from, you know, having oil pressure to not having oil pressure, just because you didn't, you know, plug these guys up, would be kind of a dumb move. So let me pull you in here and show you this. Probably not an operation you'd want to try to pull off on a block that was not completely apart and you couldn't get to the oil galleys. So you can see it kicked off quite a bit of crap into here, and I need to deburr these. So I'll hit these real quick with a stepper bit just to deburr them like I did right here, and then we'll kind of dump it over, knock all that stuff out, and blow out from the inside. We'll blow it out from the inside. And here is the finished product. You can see if you look down, see if I can get this. Will you focus? You want to focus? Can you focus? Okay, so you can see where the stepper drill kind of chewed up those first maybe 3 threads on the top of these guys. That's just something to keep in mind, you know, if you're trying to use a stepper drill to deburr stuff. It does a good job because it is stepped and it does a nice radius, like chamfer kind of effect on the top. But that's, you know, if these were nice straight threads going all the way down, you probably wouldn't want to chew up the take a chance on chewing them up like that. These plugs are dropping in quite a bit, and it doesn't really matter because they're tapered, because they're in PT, National Pipe, tapered, not threaded, tapered. So yeah, I don't know. That's done. We're just gonna, I ordered those on Amazon like 2 or 3 days ago, so we'll wait for them to show up. We'll seal them up, probably put some, probably with Loctite, I'd imagine. And okay, the floor is nice and clean. Those guys are ready to go. We got to, there's so much that has to be happening with this guy here, and just so you know that this thing will be completely clean. I got a brush set that I got from Summit that, you know, is good enough to hit all the holes, the nooks and crannies. And before this thing's assembled, you know, a blow off with an air hose is not going to cut it for that. So I'll actually go out and scrub it down, put some rust inhibitor on the bores, and, you know, get it ready for assembly. So that way right now there's just all kinds of crap all over this, especially where it's been sitting in the WD-40. And I can see one of these cylinders looks a little bit on the rusty side, but not bad. It's not bad. One out of 4, right? It's not too bad. Or 1 out of 8 is not bad. 1/8. So yeah. So let's take inventory of the parts we have. Okay, so I'm glad you guys are following along. This is going to be kind of like a vlog deal. It's not necessarily going to be a how-to or here's the best way or best practices. I'm just going to build this engine, and I'm going to post maybe about 10 minutes of it at a time. Try to cut out, the miscellaneous stuff. So if you guys want to follow along, I appreciate it and hope you enjoy it. If you have questions as we go along, feel free to ask questions. I'm not necessarily an expert. I did go to school for this kind of thing, but I pay much more attention to welding than I did actually engine building. So I do have really smart friends that do this, so I can definitely ask them and maybe get you guys any kind of questions you have answered. So feel free to drop your questions in the comments below. And I hope you guys enjoyed my new intro that was done from a friend named Colin, who also goes to the School of Automotive, or he is currently going to the School of Automotive Machinist. I went. It's been years since I've been there. But yeah, so I hope you dug that. And yeah, I'll try to do better on getting these updated maybe every couple of days or so. I got quite a bit of footage already shot, and the engine's actually in short block form already. So I'll try to get caught up. Yeah, thanks for watching.